Hey guys, stay till the end to see why a Lishi pick cannot pick this lock. Welcome to the show, everybody. This is Mike with Door and Lock Tips. I'm going to show you something really cool. I've got a KW5 key. I'm going to cut this key at a 7 depth in the beginning. Look at this, 7 depth. When you go to try to pick this lock, you have to jump down past a number 7 up to a number 3. Very hard for anybody to pick. Went ahead and cut this. I'm going to do a dry cut on this just to show you how cool this is. And the ITL machine will not cut a key if the bitting is incorrect. And it cut it just perfect. So imagine this, when you get your pick inside the plug, you've got to go past that number 7. That'd be virtually impossible. Some guys can figure it out, but not many. Let's go ahead and put it in. I have a shoulder stop. It goes against the shoulder, spring-loaded stop. I love this ITL machine. Great key cutting machine. All right, we're going to go ahead and cut the key. All automatic. What a great, great key machine. So that's what the key looks like after it's cut. Now let's go ahead and pin up that plug and we'll see just how hard this is to pick. All right, I want to show you all the pins. So there's the bottom pins, and notice the number 7. What's unique about 7? They don't supply these in any kit. You got to order these separate. I got these from CLK Supply. I paid a pretty penny because shipping is so much money. There's the pin. It's a 310 thousandths. It's a number 7 bottom pin. That is so cool. Look at how big this monster is. Is that cool or what? That's why it's so hard to pick. When it's in the beginning of the plug, they have to get their pick underneath that. They have to go all the way up without pushing that pin up. So that number 7 is really hard to do. I've also added something really cool. These are spool pins. They come with a commercial Kwikset pinning kit. And the very first spool pin is really teeny. Okay, it's 160 thousandths because of this larger bottom pin. So I put in these springs. This is kind of cool because the springs are flush with the surface. So I would miss them. If I miss one of these chambers, you'll hear a rattle in this housing. So I've got 1 and 2 in, 3. Now I'll turn it around this way. 4. Oh, this is cool. There's 4, 5. And 6. I've got them all down in there, and you can see they're flush with that whole round surface so they won't stick up when I put in my follower. So you can stick your follower right in without hitting the springs. Is that cool or what? Pretty much set up for me to load up the drivers. So you pull your follower halfway back so you can load from the back part of the housing to the front. Let's go ahead and load up 3 of these chambers. Get a little more light here. Take your follower and push it against the driver. That pinches it in there so it doesn't spring up. And push it down with your tweezers. Okay, got those 3 done. I go back here. And these are all the same drivers, except for first cut. Closest to the shoulder, that's a number 7 bottom pin, so I have to put in a teeny weeny driver. The length is 160 thousandths. It is a metal spool pin, so it's smaller than the rest of those spool pins. There we go, that's out of the way now. Now the nice thing about a Kwikset, they don't have one-sided conical pins. That's nice. They're conical on both sides, so you can't get them upside down. Let's load it up. Massive bottom pin, number 7, followed by a number 3. That'll give them trouble. And we'll just put the rest in. Here's the key already cut. Put that in. Let's see if everything's flush. Oh yeah, everything's perfectly flush to the surface. So this plug will go right in here. I'm going to show you how this works. You hold the follower tight against the back of the plug and turn it sideways. There we go. There we go. We're in. Now, hear a little click with that. I'm going to put the back together of the plug. Oop! Got to put the spring in first. You have a teeny weeny spring that goes in there. This pin is a locking pin. Is this little castle nut. Maybe there's another name for it. What do you guys call it? Put it down in the description. I have to push this down a little bit. See these little locking areas? They lock that pin in there. I use this nice little tool. I thought I'd better clarify something. I said this lock would be virtually unpickable. Well, that's really true. Let me show you why. I pulled the plug back out of the housing here. And remember, we're using this number 7 massive bottom pin, key pin. And here's the cut on the key. Now watch this. Mr. Lishi pick. If you're going to use one of these Lishi picks on this particular setup, I want to show you inside that you cannot beat it with a Lishi. We're going to push all these pins down. Open this up so we're not driving one of the pins up. You can put up the pins with the pick. You can push the pins up. But just putting this Lishi pick in, it puts the number 7 past the shear line. Look at that. If I take it out and put it down, everything's cool, right? But the width on this Lishi pick is bigger than a number 7. Oh, I'm telling you, this is too cool, guys. Lishi wasn't figuring for anybody using that number 7 pin. So if you put it in at the end of the lock or the beginning, it doesn't matter. Because some guys, you know, they're going to say, I can hear you now. Well, I would never cut a key like this because it makes the key weak, even though this is nickel. Makes the key weak if you cut number 7 here by the front of the plug. And that could be true. If you cut it like I have here at the end of the key, even if you cut it at the end of the key, guys, you put in a number 7 killer pin, right, at the end of the plug. If you put this Lishi pick in here, I gotta show you this again. If you put the Lishi pick in, it holds that pin up. So Lishi has been beat by a number 7 pin, and this is a Kwikset KW5 Lishi pick. It cannot pick this cylinder. I don't care how well you use it. The width, this width right here, is bigger. Let me just show you again. I'm getting a crack out of this. All right, the width on this is 2 218. 219, okay? 218, 219. In order for you to really get clear of that, you have to be less than 2. Well, here, we'll just do the math. You have to, so that's 218, 219, and this is 190, 189. So see, Lishi can never make it because it's wider than 189, 190. 190, and let's just check this out. And this pick is 219. It can never pick it. So that's why I say it's virtually unpickable. You might get a guy that knows how to use some picks that could get around that and cut. But I really doubt it. It is so low, guys, that he would have to get his pick underneath and then up to the number 3. And I just don't see him doing that. Whoever's picking this thing wouldn't really know there's a number 7 in there because number 7's never used. You have to buy these pins special. But you can pin them up with a number 7. I could put all 7s across here, actually. That'd be kind of crazy. But I could do a 7, I could do a 3, and another 7 back here. It wouldn't hurt a thing. It'd really make it impossible for him to pick. Just wanted to show you and tell you the reason behind the whole system. I was trying to make this unpickable, and basically it is, you cannot pick it with a Lishi pick. Thanks guys for subscribing to my channel. Please tell your friends. Show some others about this. Lishi pick cannot pick a number 7 pin in a Kwikset. I think this is crazy funny. Look at this, guys. Oh man, this is just crazy funny. It's sticking up, so they'll never be able to turn the plug. Look at that. Thanks again, guys. Tell your friends. Subscribe to my channel. Thanks again. Have a great day.